Hey, what up squad, it's your boy K-Flow. In this video, we're going to be removing the front seat belts and the side curtain airbag module. Now let's get this thing started. Now why would you need to remove your front seat belts, you might ask? Well, let's just say in my last video I got into a little bit of a bind. Now luckily, the damage was very minimal guys, and I was still able to drive the truck back home. But unfortunately, the seat belts were activated and locked, and the side curtain airbags were deployed. Now in this video, we'll remove those components and send them out for repair. So this is part 1 of getting the Taco back onto the road. Now let's get to the truck. So as you can see at this shot guys, this seatbelt is completely locked. And we'll have to remove it and send it out for repair to get this thing back into service. The first thing we'll need to do is remove these floor panel coverings. These are held on by just plastic clips, so I'll just grab them and just work my way forward to pry them up and off. And we'll do the same for the rear. Now we'll need to remove this cover on the lower portion of the seat belt. And we'll use a pry tool or a flathead screwdriver to remove this thing. Now we could remove that bolt with a 14mm socket. Now the bolt might slide out of the bracket, so just take it out and put it in a safe place. So now let's undo this weather stripping for now. And we'll do the same thing for this front door. We should now be able to just grab both sides of this plastic trim and just pull it forward. Just be very careful when you do this. Now we can take a 10mm socket and remove these 2 bolts that hold the upper portion of the trim piece. This trim piece is basically completely free at this point, but there is going to be a plastic little tab there. So you can see that little red tab. You might need to use a pry tool to push this whole thing forward in order not to break any of those plastic clips. So that's the little red plastic piece guys. It is very cold today, so a lot of these things are kind of brittle. Now here's the seat belt, which we should just be able to pull through completely. And now we have this plastic trim completely off. Now let's use a 14mm socket to remove this nut in order to free this part of the seat belt. It would be a good idea to put the nut back finger tight only in order for us not to lose that nut. So here's the wiring harness guys. All we have to do is use a pry tool. Pry it up from underneath and then we should be able to pull this off completely. Just like that. Now we'll take a 10mm socket and undo this bolt here, which should free up the seat belt completely. Did put the weather stripping piece back in for now so that the water won't seep through while I'm having those seat belts out for refurbishing. So this is what the seat belts look like, guys. As you can see, there's a whole complex internal mechanism that gets set off whenever these are activated. There's an internal charge, like a blank bullet, that goes off and retracts the seatbelt slightly and then locks them completely. That's why you can't exactly just reuse these right away. So first, let's remove this shifter knob, and we'll just undo it by rotating it counterclockwise. So now we can remove this lower platform here. There's two bolts here holding this part of the mid console in, and we'll just undo those with a 10mm socket. And now we can also pull up the cup holder portion. This literally is just held on by 4 plastic clips on the corner, so we can pull it up from the middle. Or if you're having a little bit of trouble, just take like a plastic pry tool and pry this thing upwards. Now we can take an 8mm socket and remove these 4 screws. So now we should be able to pull this rear portion of the mid console. They are kind of stuck together right here. So all we're gonna do is try to push these 2 portions together so that the clip can get undone. And here's a closer shot of the clip so you can see what you're up against. And now we should be able to pull off the rest of the center console completely. I like to grab it from the leather, that's what she said, and then just pull it up and away. So there is our airbag module, guys, and we'll have to pull that out. There's 3 12mm bolts that hold it, so there's 1 here and 2 more at the back. But before we do that, let's pull out this harness. And this looks like there's a little plastic sheeting. All you have to do is push down on this white tab here, see it? And then pull it. And that allows you to remove that harness completely. And just as a forewarning, guys, I already have the battery disconnected, so make sure you do have your battery disconnected when you do this. So now let's start removing these bolts. So right now I'm actually under the driver's side footwell, and as you can see, the socket's right there, and it gives me good access to that front left bolt. There we go, guys. Now for the passenger side, this e-brake cable is actually kind of in the way, so we'll just pull it up so we can get underneath the bolt. Now we'll also use a ratcheting wrench. So now we should be able to pull this bad boy out. Oh yeah. And that's what the side curtain airbag module looks like, guys. Now that the front seat belts have been removed and the side curtain airbag module has also been removed, I packaged them up and shipped them out to a company called My Airbags. It is their specialty to repair these seat belts as well as reset the module. Now keep in mind, guys, these seat belts have pyrotechnics inside them and they require a specialty tool to open up and refurbish, while the module actually requires a specialized computer software in order to be reset, both of which I do not have access to. So I'm going to let the specialists do what they're good at. So here's what the website looks like, guys. We'll start by searching for the vehicle. In this case, a Toyota Tacoma, and mine is a 2009. We'll hit search and we'll click on the seatbelt pre-tensioner repair. And in this case, there's multiple seatbelt styles, and the one we're using for the truck is actually single stage. So we'll click on this first one, and you can double check because a single stage seatbelt says it's equipped with one gas charge, and you can identify it by a single connector. So that's the one connector that was removed earlier, guys. And I picked 1-day turnaround, and I also add an airbag module reset. So now we can hit place repair order. Then we'll click on view cart. As you can see, this repair order only has an order for one seatbelt. So we'll up the quantity to include both the passenger and driver side front. And then we go to proceed to checkout. And then we'll just fill in all this information and check out. Now we actually don't pay upon checkout. We receive this email after we hit checkout. It gives us the order details to confirm our order, as well as check on order status. But more importantly, we do receive a FedEx shipping label in order for us to send these parts to my airbags. If we go back to the email and check order status, this gives us real-time information on our current order. So right now, I did just send those parts out for repair. I'm estimating probably about a week of turnaround time. So that's a week from shipping out the parts and getting it back. So that's pretty much it for part 1, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you smash that like, subscribe, and hit that bell too while you're at it. And until next time, peace out, y'all.